Hey guys, Richard here again from Troll Line Fishing. Today I'm talking about a few of my favorite early spring, early summer baits for muskie. So, like opener till maybe the first or second week in July. Because, they usually tend to bite smaller baits, and for me, have baits that I always go to. So one of my first baits, it's actually the bait I caught one of my biggest muskies on. It is a size 7 single Joe Bucher. I believe this is his Fire Tiger pattern, the exact same one I caught my 49-inch on in the Kawarthas. It's a great little bait, great for casting, great for I would say for all seasons, and in all honesty. And it's even great for kids. I let my daughter cast this. She's turning 9 this year, and some of the lures are just too big for her to pull, and considering that the gear is usually a bit bigger, I'm trying to get her a 7-foot rod or a 7'6" rod with like a 300 series reel on it, because then it's a little bit lighter for her, because an 8-foot or an 8'6" with a 400 series reel is a little too heavy, and you know what, she doesn't fish enough for her to need a 400 series reel. But first on my list is a Joe Bucher 700 series, easy casting. You know what, it's great. You can pull slow, fast, troll, you can do everything with it. And it does it for me in the early spring to early summer, first week or two into July, before I start getting into my bigger baits. Another bait that I really, really like using all seasons, but I like to use the smaller Shadzillas. This one's a little bit bigger. I have a small one in my box, but so Shadzillas, they're excellent. I used to be a Poseidon tackle guy, like with the Chaos tackle Poseidons I used to use, and then I got a bunch of these Shadzillas at the fishing show, and I've been using them ever since. They swim great, the vibrations on them, the paddle tail, it's amazing. I have a few other ones here. I even have a few of the Ratzilla ones, which are phenomenal. Nice little knock and tail on top, big, this is a beautiful color. Mike Nabolski, I believe it is, does an excellent job with these, and they're really great. So I got a shit ton of these now. These are always in my box, but I really like throwing them in the early parts of the season, and I even in the later part of the year. And then as you get into fall, I get a lot bigger. I have I got this guy here for the late fall. It's just a big monster lemon tail. Gorgeous bait. Love throwing it. Every fish around me knows when I'm there because it hears this hit the water about a mile away. So that's definitely a must-have in your box, Shadzillas. And then the last one, I know I said I like to use smaller, or a lot of people like to use smaller. I'm a guy who right out of the gate goes out and start trolling double 10s. This is a Handlebars. I believe it's copper walleye, or I might be incorrect about the color, but I troll these guys right out of the gate. Double 10s, double 9s. Sometimes just the luck of the draw. I've gone before where I've trolled double 7s and double 8s all day, caught a fish, go to double 10s, 2-3 fish, and that's early season. Obviously, anytime after the second or third week in June, I'll usually run these all summer. So between first week in July until season closes, I'm pulling 10s and 12s, Handlebars, his mammoths. Steve has a few, so I use his. But that's pretty much what I'll be running in the first 6 weeks of muskie season between those three baits. Obviously, I have various amounts of, huge amounts of colors. These I got probably 15, 20 of these in my box. I'll show you my box now. Actually, it's a homemade box I did, but I usually start running 10s. I have a total of 1 set of 9s from Handlebar. All my other ones are 10s. I've just been so successful with them. So here, I'll show you my box. As you can see, I did a custom box with the eavesdrops and a hunting box from Flambeau, I believe it is. But yeah, I put my extra lines, leaders down here. And as you can see, these are all my bars right here. I had all the nice tinsel going into my rubber area of my thing. So it's pretty cool to make your own box like that. And yeah, that's just pretty much what I use in the first 6 weeks or so in the muskie season. If you like this video, don't forget to comment down below what your favorite go-to baits are in the first 6 weeks. No more than 6 weeks. Let's go 6 weeks. What are your go-to baits the first 6 weeks of muskie season? No matter where you are, because everyone's different. Like, I have an angry dragon bait that I run all year, every year. I probably have about 8 hours fished on that bait and not one fish was caught. So it is what it is sometimes. But yeah, let me know what your go-to baits are for the first 6 weeks of the season. That's my box, and I'm Richard. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you later.